All right, everybody. Long time no see. Whole 1 day between videos. I'm doing great this time. So last video there were issues with my audio. I've rebalanced audio. It's also a little bit less charismatic because my wife insisted on being in the video, and she makes me just a little nervous. She's always afraid I'm embarrassing her. So without further ado, let's embarrass her, and take Brayflox's Longstep on. This is a very interesting dungeon. It's very straightforward. There's really no difficult mechanics, but there's a section of the dungeon that has so many patrolling enemies that there's a specific route that I always go just to minimize the amount of ads that typically the healer or the DPS will grab. So I've got my gang here, Rivian, Alames, Torgana. Pretty typical DPS layout. This is going to be your first dungeon as your job. At level 30, you unlock a job stone. So Gladiator becomes Paladin. Warrior becomes Berserker. And the other tanks already start off as their jobs. So really, that's just about it. So first things first, you're going to loop around to this back corner. I do not advise doing big poles. I think it's the monkey that does all the damage. But something there, you can see I'm taking a good bit of damage. I'm pretty sure it's the monkey. And that son of a gun hurts. Of course, I'm not going to tell the AI to attack the monkey, because I forgot I can do that. Right now, my cat is scratching at the back of my chair, so... Momo, say hi. Say hi, Momo. You're going to run up here, and you're going to talk to this goblin. He's going to give you a key. Momo, can you stop? Please? Please, buddy. You like scratching at chairs to get attention. He knows he shouldn't, but... Alright, so you're going to grab everything. And you're going to hold the enemy away from your party, because this rain catcher is a pretty generic enemy. It's got AoE debuffs. So you're going to take that one out first, and then you're just going to focus down the Calibris. Oh, you getting in the closet now, buddy? I guess that's what I get for not closing the closet door. Alright, so use the key to unlock the gate. First boss, you can see in the back there's 3 ads, so you're going to grab the big boss and then grab the ads. When you run past, go ahead and just tag them all with an AoE. And the ads are fairly weak, so they should go down within moments, really. Alright, so then you're going to go ahead and pull the weird dinosaur thing all the way towards the back. There's really not too much to this. He's got that frontal AoE that you want to make sure you keep him positioned away from the party. You're just going to sit here. Here in a moment, he's going to spawn a couple of smaller ads again. Unless I remember this dungeon wrong. It's been a long time. There we go. This right here is why I pull straight to the back at the get-go. I think my healer is struggling to keep up. This is what I like. If you really want to test how good you are at a tank, have an AI healer. Alright, you kill the boss and the ads automatically despawn. Grab your treasure coffer, and you're going to get moving. So this is an area where there are a couple extra things. So first you're going to grab that, and then you're going to go ahead and you can pull it into these two birds here. They don't do enough damage to where you're really going to be struggling to tank it. And focus down the birds. Now, this part of the dungeon gets a little iffy. You can choose to be a hero and save a goblin via going down that route, but nobody does that. Just gonna skip right past. You're gonna grab these guys. I will typically run them all the way up. See how well this works with AI. Because you want to save this goblin up here. So that is across the bridge. And then up the hill. My white mage is really struggling to catch up here. Yeah, so fun thing with the AI. Pathing. They're not great at it. So let's try that again. I'm not going to do a big pull because I'm not certain that the AI is going to be... Well, screw it. If it didn't work the first time, obviously it'll work the second. I'm going to try pulling them off the hill and see if maybe that is the issue with the AI here. As you can see, because we died, the goblin is dead. I'm pretty sure you don't actually have to go up and save that goblin. But that's one of those things, I just do it. I'm sorry, not sorry. The goblin that was stranded down there doesn't get attacked, but that one does up there. And, like, you just don't let the goblin die, guys. He's friendly, he's nice. If you save him, you get a chest. What's not to love? Alright, Inferno Drake. You're going to grab him. Run him towards the back. And you're just going to kind of stand around and wait. Alright, you're going to see that a Tempest Bais has spawned. He's going to be chasing Brayflox around. You have to wait for him to finish running around before the Bias will actually come to you. So just grab him and hold him in close. Brayflox will help out. Now with an actual party, you can just focus the Inferno Drake, and you'll typically have it killed faster than you would if you focus down the Tempest Bais. So there's really nothing to this boss other than that. Brayflox helps out with a little added DPS. And that is that. Grab your chest and keep on moving. So this right here is the area where patrols tend to be an issue. Part of the issue is... Well, here, let me see if I can get a good vantage point. You can see there's F's on either side of the bridge, and there's a ton of little piranhas, pugils. So if you can catch one of the patrols like this and just burst it down real quick before moving on, I will run around this edge. There's just an Eft. There's another Eft on the other side of the bridge. You gotta wait for him to run around. Make sure you tag him when he does. Somehow that one is the one that AI focused more. They've got a large AoE, peculiar light. Just don't stand in it. Alright, so you're gonna hug the wall. There's this pugil here. So down this way is a chest. We don't care about that. What we do care about is this patrol here. So we're going to grab him, then we're going to run to these birds. All right. Well, I don't know how this goes with AI, but normally, after killing that one, I can just hug. And I'll grab this last one here on the edge. And make sure to run into the corner. You have to keep your eye out for that pugil there. Piranha. Whatever the heck it is. Momo, stop climbing all over Lauren's chair. Sorry, the kitty cat's being feisty. Not really feisty, he's just adventurous. Can't really blame him for that one. Alright, so, kill him. Move on to this boss. The Hellbender does have a unique mechanic. We'll cover it when we get to it. Essentially, he just traps somebody and then you free them. It's kind of an introduction to a mechanic used in the next trial versus one of the primals, where they will trap you and you have to free them, otherwise they'll be stuck in an AoE and die. Right, so actually I am the one that was trapped, so I need the AI to attack this bubble and free me. You can see he's got an AoE he'll use on the person in the bubble. And he also has that little dirty shot that he did back there. He ignores aggro to do that attack, so there's nothing you can do to prevent it from hitting your healer or your ranged DPS. Once again, get stuck in a bubble. Gotta get freed. And when you have the boss about 25% HP, the final boss will show up. A weaker form of it, at least. He's not going to use any of his abilities. Really, he's going to use that. And now you just do like 20% of his HP and he flies away. It's supposed to be the end of the fight. There we go. All right, open up the gate. All right, so there's this group of 3, and then there's a group of 2 further behind. I will typically grab these. Better than that. Remember, folks, you can make guides on YouTube, but you don't have to be good. You just have to sound convincing. I will grab them all. And then I'll pop 2 defensive cooldowns. And we're going to see if I can get away with this with AI healers that are sitting there casting arrow instead of healing. So the answer is no. If there's any lesson you need to learn here, folks, it's don't trust the AI to heal. So, having learned my lesson. By the way, I'm going to cover this in my healing video. DPSing as a healer is highly encouraged. You should be DPSing non-stop as a healer. But you also shouldn't let your tank die. Kind of the big caveat there. But it's okay. I can't blame Rivian. I taught her no better. Alright, so I will grab this Comet Chaser Patrol. I guess this video is a good little warning. No matter how good you think you are, you do need a healer. And if that healer's not good, doesn't matter. You're probably going to die if you try to overdo it. So if you ever find yourself with a bad healer, just stick to small pulls. Like, she's just sitting back there. You'll notice almost all of these types of enemies, the Drakes, the Bias, they all typically have a frontal AoE ability. So try to keep them facing away. There's a chest down there. Everyone skips that. Be a good tank. Don't annoy your party. Just run past it, even though you want that chest. Maybe you don't. You probably got crafted gear. You're probably fine, but... Alright. So Aatar has quite a few unique mechanics to him. Most importantly, he's going to block off parts of the battlefield. So you're going to want to grab him and I immediately run him into this corner here. He has a frontal AoE, and then he has the ability that blocks off the battlefield. Dragon's Breath is his AoE. So you're going to hold him into this corner. Go ahead. I want to see what this does. All right. So you notice I just got poisoned. That's something the healer needs to watch out for. You will get poison stacks on you. All right. The vomit that he just laid out, while he's standing in that green pile of goop, he actually regenerates. So right now he's under the effect of regeneration. So I just need to pull him out. All right. So typically, once I pull him out, I will reposition myself almost right on top of the old pile. That way, there's less battlefield space being taken up by this vomit. And sometimes it's very finicky. I keep hitting the wrong buttons ever since I redid my hotbar. Alright. Come on, Aatar. Come on, buddy. There you go. And typically he'll throw a couple out at the healer, which makes this a little bit easier. Yeah, no, he's just gonna keep slapping it on me. Yeah, just sit in your own throw up, bud. You know, I'm just gonna leave you there. Alright, that's it. It's a pain in the butt. It's really just a pain in the butt. Goes a lot faster with real people. You're not gonna get so many vomits. Typically, he'll vomit 3 or 4 times in a typical run. But yeah, that is all there is to Brayflox's Longstep. Hopefully you guys are starting to get a good grasp on tanking, because now is where special mechanics really come into play for a lot of final bosses specifically. So I'll see you guys next time. I believe the next is, I'm just going to pull it up. Sunken Temple of Karn. And the Naval. I'm going to go ahead and call this a good day for tanking. I'll see you guys next time. I'll run the Naval, and I will also run the Sunken Temple of Karn. Not the same video, but probably the same day, because the trial takes a couple minutes tops. So it's real easy. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope tanking is getting a lot smoother and easier for you.